Today we're talking about front end protection on your Chevy 2500. You've seen a fair few bull bars come through the front end. Are they called bull bars on these things? Bumper replacements, front bars, I don't know, you name it, we just install it. When it comes to front end protection, there's a few different styles, whether you're going for a full hooped option, whether you're going for a pre-runner style with a single hoop that holds some spotlights, or one of the new slimline styles that we've been bringing in from the US that definitely look the part. They've all got winches, they've all got room for LED spotlights, and today we're going to walk through some of these options here and talk about what's possible, how you can get your vehicle front end protection sorted in a build package with Big Dog Builds. Whether you're wanting a big winch in the front end, we'll go into detail on these 3 different style bars with a few different color coding options and run through all of the different examples to make your decision a little bit easier when you're choosing what bar to run on the front end of your Chevy. And just quietly, we've got something pretty cool in the works as well. One thing that sets us apart from some of the others out there is it's not just an ARB catalog or a TJM catalog where you can only choose this. You can choose multiple different brands, and we've got something pretty cool coming. Are we getting our own bar out? You're gonna have to stay tuned for that one. And it's just very early stages, but let's just say 2026 is gonna be a massive year. So when it comes to front end protection, there's a few considerations. Are you wanting something that's slimline, looks the part, and houses a good winch on the front end and some additional lights? Something like this ADD bar from the US could be the perfect option for you. You got recovery points, you got a 15,000 pound winch that we can fit in these bars, and whether you're wanting to go for a textured black finish, or like this one over here, where we've actually color coded it to gloss black to match the Chevy. This has actually had an extra layer put on top of that one, which is your paint protection film. So typically your powder coated texture finish is gonna be that little bit stronger than a 2-pack paint. We go and add paint protection on top of that one there, and hopefully those little stones are gonna bounce off the front end and not chip into the paintwork. But when it comes to front bars, you need to think of how it fits to the vehicle. Is it easy to remove and refit? We do all of our own custom wiring looms in-house. So things like your LED spotlights that go on the bar, the side ones that go into the wings. So this Phantom bar for the Chevy 2500 has got the KC Titan lights there. These lights have got both color changing between amber and white lights, all in the one light fitting themselves. So those ones there are switched independently in the vehicle itself. We go and custom wire all of these ones. This one's not just done just yet, but we'll go and put Deutsch plugs on the back end of those ones. So if you do need to remove the bar, simply unplug a couple Deutsch plugs and you're gonna be able to remove and refit that bar with ease. The factory parking sensors will get removed out of the factory front bar, put into these bars. So removing and refitting is quite easy. And what all of these bars need, and all of them do really have, is a good winch cradle, and that really is going to strengthen up the front end of the vehicle. I don't have one here with a front bar off right now. When it comes to the front end, you've got your intercooler in a pretty prominent position in the front of the vehicle, and you want a good solid winch cradle that goes across the chassis rail, and that's really going to be the best protection when it comes to being able to drive home. So the factory bumpers are quite strong, they are steel, but hitting a decent sized animal could really put you on the side of the road for a long period of time if you go and puncture those intercoolers. If you puncture a light fitting, if you do damage to panel or something like that, hopefully you can still drive the vehicle. But as soon as you punch an intercooler or something important in the front end, it could be trip over. So we've just come out to the car park and we've found a stock bumper. This is a big 5-inch lift on 37, so it definitely looks the part. But the bars are quite solid from factory. You got the recovery points under there, which are solid. So the front end of the Chevy 2500, you can gain a little bit of extra clearance if you do a little bit of trimming underneath, but they are a good solid option, and they could be all you really need to do city driving or whatnot. But if you are looking at a bar to put a winch on the front and those additional lights and have that little bit more protection is where it really matters. And there's one over here without a front bar on it right now. So we'll swing over there and I'll show you the intercooler I'm talking about. Here's one I prepared earlier. So the team have got this one off, obviously ready for a bar. Don't know which one it's getting. Actually, I do know which one it's getting. The color-coded one inside the shed there. But this one, as we said, so when the bumper is removed, you've got the big scoop air intake there. You've got your aircon lines or radiator line. You've got condenser lines there. You've got your intercooler up underneath as well. So you don't want to damage any of that front end. And usually all of the bars have got a pretty solid front winch cradle, and that usually mounts into these 4 bolts here on the front end of the chassis, picks up those mounts there and runs across the front, and this is usually where the winch would house. When it comes to winches, the 15,000 pound winch, in my opinion, is all you need on all of these HD trucks. It gives you that little bit of flexibility of not using up all of this room and getting really, really close to lines, just like this one in here. The last thing you want to do is fit the biggest winch possible. That winch come through and puncture one of these lines, or go back and hit on one of the coolers, and that'll definitely wreck your trip. So all of the bars, getting that good front end protection, the main winch cradle is the most important part. If a big roo or something jumps up, hits a spotlight, for example, those big guard bars, the full hoop bars, going to be a little bit more protection to stop some of that panel damage. But that all comes down to how the bull bar is designed. It needs to meet the ADR requirements, it needs to be compliant, and you need to really choose what bar is going to suit your needs. You don't need a massive full guard bar if you're just running around town. I'd stick to just the factory bumper. So that one there is what's going to mount to the chassis and hold the winch itself, and then the bumper goes and fits over the top of that. So nice solid winch cradle. The different brand of bars have usually got slightly different thicknesses when it comes to the steel winch cradles, and then the bars themselves have got different materials when it comes to aluminium or steel. These one here is that one off the black truck that's getting installed very shortly. This has also got the PPF film done on it as well. So we've gone off and fully painted this one, but the main winch cradle itself will all stay textured black, and two-toning it up obviously looks the part. Once that gets lights, it's going to definitely look amazing. A few of the other brand of bars, this one here from Rugged is a steel bar all round. So it's got the steel hoop, it's got the steel bar itself, that big winch cradle under the middle there, 15,000 pound on this one, and it's got the full KC lighting kit. So when it comes to running different lights, we'll flick back over to that one just for a second. And you can run obviously like a light bar. You can put 2 big spotlights. You can do 4 KC lights over the front there. All different brands of lights we work with as well. So again, it's not just like ARB needing to run an intensity and that's it. You can run different brands of lights, different performance with these lights here, spreading them out, running a good spread out the front, and really lighting up the road with good distance and spread. One thing that I do laugh with lighting companies is them talking about being 1 lux at 2 kilometers down the track. I don't really care about that when I'm out on the road driving. I don't want to hit a kangaroo that's in that 200 meter to 500 meter mark off the sides where you can actually see. So setting up the light with a good range of view is definitely what I recommend personally. But this one here, the full KC Titan lights on the front there. Again, these ones are adjustable, both amber and white. The little camera relocation tab that's built into the hoop itself. So that one gets removed from the grille on the vehicle, gets relocated into there so the 360 cameras can still work. The different brands of bars some of them will give you camera relocation tabs or kits, some of them won't. And some of them will give you number plate flippers, some of them won't. The US bars don't, so we've come up and made our own ones so you can still flip up the license plate on the ADD Phantom bars and run that winch. This one here, forward-facing winch, definitely works nice. The KC Flex 4s in the wings. You got little Flex 3 lights in those behind the little grills in the sides there as well. And all the different bars also have different ways that they mount the little parking sensors as well. So getting the parking sensors reinstalled in the bars are a big thing, getting that one dialed in. Once you do the different brands of bars, you sort of know how they're going to fit. And we'll do a little bit of trimming, a little bit of dremeling, usually to make the bars fit that little bit better. And over here, we've got the Outback Kidders bar. So the Outback Kidders bar again, this one being the textured black finish, going to be nice and strong and durable. This is alloy bar. The Rugged is actually steel. So the aluminium bars are actually that little bit thicker, just because they need to be. The way these are designed though, are lightweight and still nice and strong. So a little bit thicker material, but nice and lightweight, super strong. The hoop on top, whether you're wanting that extra relocation tab for the camera, if this one's only got the 2 spotlight tabs, 2 big spotlights being the LP9 Sports from Baja. Again, another really popular light in there. And then it's got the Outback Kidders lights in the side wings. Got a 15,000 pound winch there. These ones also have the soft shackle recovery points that go through the bar itself. The Rugged bar actually has the recovery points underneath, and that one's attached to that chassis cradle underneath there. So slightly different ways that the different bar manufacturers will actually mount things, but all of them, I'm keen to hear feedback from customers out there actually using the recovery points, using the winches, what they like about the bars, what they don't like about the bars. That way when we design our own, it's going to be the best. Is that right? That's your pre-runner bar, your rugged bar, your phantom bar from the US, and this one here is a big King's custom bar that's come all the way over from WA. Obviously a full guard bar, it's going to give massive amount of protection, being a pretty solid setup. It's got the winch cradle ready to go there, the underbody bash plates. We're putting 4 steady spotlights on the center here, and it's got the little steady LED spotlight under the hoop as well. The only thing that I don't know on this one until we get it installed, and this is the first time we're actually installing this one, is the camera relocation tabs. It's also got little mounts on top if you're wanting to run your UHF antenna on the top there, little knockdown or fold down antenna bracket. But again, 15,000 pound winch, good solid recovery points, good lighting options to suit the bar, and it really comes down to your personal preference, what sort of bar you like. And I'm all ears. I'm keen to learn. We've done lots of different brands of bars over the years for all the different vehicles that we do. Every one of these bars that we showed in the video today are for a Chevy 2500 HD. Some of you may know Chevy 2500s at the moment are the most popular HD truck in Australia for good reason. A Ram's going to come back in a big way. I'm keen to see. So that's about it when it comes to front end protection. Sensors working, ADR compliance, recovery points, winches, front end protection, and holding spotlights. That's about all I can think of. If I'm missing anything, guys, comment below. I'm keen to hear which one you like the most. If I was picking all of these ones here, I like them all for different reasons. I think it comes down to where the customer's traveling to, how they're using the vehicle around the country, and I might be a little bit biased. I'm going to be a little bit stubborn here, and I'm just going to hold off because I'm keen to design my own bar one day. That's it, guys, when it comes to front end protection for your Chevy 2500. And if you like this video, check these 2 out here. These 2 below, they're one to watch as well.